Hi everyone, we are finally back live to just share some knowledge about buying and selling a house in the real estate market now in 2022. Happy New Year. I'm going to give everyone a second to just hop on. I know it's lunchtime, so we're going to wait for a few people to hop on and then we will get started. In the meantime, while we wait, so today's video is going to be about the 10 commandments of buying a home. So what that means is like, okay, well, if you're thinking about buying a home, then these are the don'ts of what to do if you're thinking about buying a home. The reason why these are the don'ts, at the process of thinking about buying a home, is because once you've already looked at homes, once you've already submitted an offer, your offer gets accepted, you have attorney approval, and so on and so forth, it's already too late. Okay, so these commandments are for you to follow right when you think about buying a house. Don't wait to follow these commandments when you're already in the process, because you will potentially kill the deal. You'll potentially lose the deal. So that's why we're going over this ahead of time. It's 2022. It's a new year for all of my future home buyers out there that are going to buy this year. This is for you. Okay. So a few people hopped on, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the first one, okay? So the first one is do not change jobs or become self-employed or quit your job, okay? So I'm going to say it again. Do not quit your job, do not become self-employed, and do not change your job. Why? Because typically lenders need, not want, but they need 2 full years of work history, okay? So if you go ahead and this goes for if you're self-employed too, right? Like me, I'm self-employed. So therefore, if I were to buy a house, my lender would need 2 full years of work history of me being self-employed, okay? Speak with your lender. And I'm going to say this probably during every commandment, maybe every other commandment. But for the first one, definitely speak with your lender, okay? If you're in the process of getting a promotion or a demotion or, switching jobs or changing careers or changing industries, whatever the case may be, you need to speak with your lender about it ahead of time, okay? Don't wait for you to get your promotion or change jobs or whatever the case may be and then tell your lender, okay? Give your lender advance notice just so you guys can have that conversation and prepare for the things that may change if you're looking to buy a house, okay? The second one, do not buy a car or a truck or a van, okay? I promise you that this may set you back into buying a house, okay? So if you were already pre-qualified to buy a house and you go ahead and you buy that car, yes, if you let your lender know, your lender may now look at your financial situation and be like, yes, unfortunately, congratulations on your new car, but unfortunately, you can no longer buy a house. Why? Many reasons. Top 2 reasons that come to me as a realtor, right guys, because I'm a realtor, not a lender. So the top 2 reasons that come to me as a realtor is 1, your debt to income ratio has fluctuated, okay, somehow, some way, whether it has increased or decreased, it's done one or the other. So when you go ahead and you buy a car, you just took out a new loan or a line of credit, whatever you want to call it, okay? So that may or may not, most likely, will set you back into buying your house, okay? So again, speak with your lender. If you're interested in buying a car and buying a house, you pretty much have to look at your specific family situation and say, okay, within my family situation, what's more important right now? Is it buying that car or is it buying the house? Okay. What if you can buy the house first and then buy the car after as a congratulations present? I'm all for that. Okay. The second reason why it's important, the first one I said because of your debt to income ratio may fluctuate. The second one is because, guys, it probably hit your credit, right? Like you buying that new car, taking out a loan on that new car, it probably hit your credit. So now your credit has also fluctuated, whether it has gone up or down. Okay, so those are the two top reasons that come to my realtor mind of why you do not want to buy a car while you're in the process of buying a house, even if you're thinking about buying a house. Okay, if you're thinking about buying a house, do not do these things. Okay, all right. So the third one is thou shalt not use a credit card excessively or let current accounts fall behind. Okay, fall behind meaning that you're not paying your fees late or making your payments late. Okay, so you're staying current, you're staying on time on your credit card bills, really all of your bills, all of your expenses, and you're not using your credit card excessively, right? So again, have that conversation with your lender. And this is why it's so important, guys, to find that lender that you are most comfortable and confident with. Right? Because all of these commandments, you should be having a conversation with your lender. Hey, lender, so-and-so happened and I'm low on funds and I need to use my credit card. How will that possibly stop me in the process of me buying my house? Okay, have that conversation with your lender. That's why they are there. They're there to help you financially buy your house. Okay? So yes, do not use your credit cards excessively. Okay, why? Same thing. Obviously, when you swipe your credit card, most likely your credit score is going to fluctuate, right? Whether it increases or decreases, and also your debt to income ratio, right? You're swiping your credit card, which is increasing your debt. Okay. Another thing is if you have, and we're on number 4 right now. So if you have money set aside for your closing, which you should, right? If you have money set aside for your closing, do not spend that money, right? And that's just common sense, guys, right? Like if you're going to spend that money, then how are you going to buy your house? Because now you no longer have the funds to buy your house, right? And this is where, guys, if you need to start leveraging other professionals, like, do it, right? So if you need to get like a financial advisor that will help you put money away or whatever the case may be so that you cannot touch it, right? Then do that. You know what I mean? So that one I'm not going to spend too much time about because that's just common sense, right? So number 5, this one is huge. Okay, so number 5 is do not omit debts or liabilities from your loan application. Okay, so what does that mean, right? So that means that when you're in the conversation, when you're speaking to your lender, or when you're filling out your loan application, one may choose to pick and choose what information to put on that loan application. And I promise you that will come back to bite you, okay? I feel like some people may not feel comfortable sharing all of their financial information. Guys, you gotta remember, you're buying a house, okay? Your lender is on your team. Therefore, you need to be fully upfront with all of your debts and all of your liabilities. Why? Because if you tell your lender that you have such and such a debt, right? First of all, they're qualifying you on a house based off of the information that you're giving them, right? So let's say you go through the process of buying a house, right? You spent money on inspections, you spent money on appraisal. Now you're towards the end of buying a house, and all of a sudden your lender is like, wait a minute, you didn't tell me about such and such a thing. Unfortunately, because of such and such a thing, we can no longer qualify you to buy a house. And you are now getting that email, that phone call, whatever, a week before your closing because you were not upfront with your lender in the very beginning, okay? Do not let that happen. It's so easy to avoid, guys. Your lender is your friend. Tell your lender your whole entire financial story, okay? Do not let them find out in the middle because it can potentially kill your deal. Okay, and it's just unnecessary. Like, we want to make sure that we are getting you to the closing table, not preventing you from the closing table right before you're supposed to get the keys to your house. Like, okay, anyway, I'm done. That one is like so important to me. Okay, so that was number 5. Number 6 is do not buy furniture on credit, right? Same thing as not using your credit card excessively, right? So buying furniture on credit. Right? Again, you just took out a loan, you just took out a line of credit. That's going to fluctuate your debt to income ratio. That's going to fluctuate your credit score. So just don't do it. And guys, why are you buying furniture anyway? What are you buying furniture for? Right? Let's get the house first. Let's get the house, and then you could go shopping all you want. Okay? So hold off on buying furniture until you get the keys in your hand. Okay. Next one. Thou shall not originate any inquiries into your credit. Same thing, right? When you start, even if it's a soft credit pull, I wouldn't even risk it, guys. Like, guys, you're buying a house. Like, this is a big deal, right? Definitely if you're a first-time home buyer, it's a big deal. So, like, don't even risk it. Even if it's a soft inquiry, a medium, a hard, a big, a small, a tiny, a yellow, green, blue, don't even risk it. Leave your credit score alone, okay? So that was number 7. Number 8 is, and this one is huge too. I've had a few clients in the past that had to kind of take a time out because of number 8. So number 8 is do not make large deposits without checking with your loan officer. Okay, so I'm not a loan officer. Okay, so talk to your specific loan officer. Okay, but from my realtor understanding, it's because depending on the certain amount of money that you deposit into your bank, one, you need to explain where that money came from. Like, you just, where did it come from? Okay. And 2, oh guys, my mind just went blank on the second one. I don't remember the second one, but either way, speak to your loan officer. Your loan officer is going to be able to give you, it may need to season. Okay, season meaning that if you put money into your account, it may need to sit there for 60 or 90 days before you can use it, okay? But again, guys, the person that's going to give you that accurate information according to your specific situation is your loan officer, okay? So again, find that loan officer that you feel comfortable with speaking to and asking questions. You know, are they answering your questions? Are they answering your phone calls, your texts, and your emails? Make sure you have that relationship with your loan officer to make sure that you're avoiding all of this from happening, okay? Number 9 is do not change bank accounts, okay? One of the reasons that's just common sense to me in my head is that your lender needs your bank statements, right? So to me, if you're out here closing bank accounts and opening new ones, I don't know, kind of look risky a little bit. I don't know. So again, if for whatever reason you may need to close an account and open up a new one, just talk to your lender first. Have that conversation with your lender and see if that's going to interrupt you potentially buying a house. Okay. Another thing to keep in mind, guys, is closing that account and opening a new one. Can that wait until after you buy your house? You know, some of these things can absolutely wait. You don't need to do it while you're in the process of thinking about buying a house. Okay. The very, very last one, because I talk a lot. So here's the last one. So the last one is, and this is a no-brainer. Do not co-sign a loan for anyone. That's a no-brainer, right? Same thing. Why? Because one, their debt is your debt, right? Their name is on it, and so is your name, okay? So that incorporates into your debt to income ratio, okay? Also, most likely when you've co-signed onto that loan, they probably ran your credit. So that also most likely fluctuated your credit. So your credit may went up or it may have went down. Okay, either way, it's not the same of what it was before. Okay. So guys, those are pretty much the 10 commandments. If you want this, I'm pretty sure I put my phone number on the status. Shoot me a text or even give me a call. Let me know that you want the 10 commandments, and I can definitely shoot it to you just for you to have it. If you're thinking about buying a house, guys, I would have the 10 commandments like in front of me all the time. Like I tell my people to put it on their refrigerator. So every single time you're like walking through your kitchen or getting something to drink or getting something to eat, it's like right there in your face. You can't miss it. You can't forget it. Learn it, study it, remember it, don't forget it. These are the don'ts. Don't do these 10 things. Okay, if you don't do these 10 things, then most likely you'll have a successful transaction that will get you from point A all the way to point B, which is the closing table. Okay, I can go on and on, but I'm sure you guys are good. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. If you want this list, call me, text me, let me know. I'm all here to share my knowledge with you guys. That's what I'm here for. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I hope to see you guys next Thursday for our next topic. Bye guys.